Happening now, the mental health of an accused mass shooter is being disputed in a Nashville courtroom. The murder trial for Travis Reinking continues tonight. Today, jurors heard hours of testimony from the officers who took him into custody just a day after 4 people were shot and killed at the Antioch Waffle House. It's a trial that's now been 4 years in the making.
And News 2's Stephanie Langston has been there every step of the way. And Stephanie, a lot of talk about Reinking's state of mind back in 2018.
That's right, Haley. The question isn't if Travis Reinking was a shooter, it's what was his mindset at the time of those shootings. Much of today spent by prosecutors trying to show that Reinking was compliant in his apprehension following the Waffle House shootout in a some 34-hour manhunt. Detectives describing the moments Reinking was captured in a wooded area not far from the Waffle House and his apartment. A number of officers testifying that he followed commands as he was handcuffed and taken to a local hospital to be checked out, with one even describing him as a, quote, model suspect. The state is trying to show that Reinking does not suffer from mental illness. That, as his defense attorneys claim, he's not guilty by reason of insanity.
His demeanor was one of shock initially when we both encountered each other. After the shock wore off, he was compliant, following commands, maintaining visual contact with me. Once he stood up, before he was walked out of the woods, he hung his head, didn't make any statements, and that was my interaction with him.
It's really the similar demeanor that we're seeing inside the courtroom from him now. Today, we also saw new evidence of what Reinking had in his backpack when he was apprehended: a Bible, water bottles, a multi-tool, ammunition, a wallet with more than $450, silver bars, a holster, and a cocked handgun were among those items. Now, one of the officers even demonstrating just how heavy that bag was by dropping it on the table at the witness stand. Now, testimony does continue right now. In the last half hour, we heard from a medical examiner. We're going to have more on that part of the story, as well as some of the emotions inside the courtroom coming up on News 2 at 6. Reporting live from the courthouse, Stephanie Langston, News 2.